Welcome, junior detectives, to the continuing story of Crime City, a monthly stage show in the style of old-time radio, recorded live at the Theatre on King in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. This month's episode, If at First You Don't Succeed, Spy, Spy Again, starring Marsala Lukianchuk as Lilian Steele, Melanie Dubois as Peggy Sparks, Kate Story as Sergeant Ingrid Iron, Jessica Latone as Giselle Gallier, Sarah McNeilly as Ruby Pearl, Kate Ethier as Private Property, Dan Smith as the narrator and a Nazi, and Ray Henderson as a Nazi commander. With live sound effects by Melissa Post, original music by Adam Martinetti, and a special appearance by Caitlin Currie. Crime City is written and produced by Andrew Root. We apologize for a few instances of distortion during the recording. Do not adjust your radio.
Greetings, Junior Secret Agents. Shine your binoculars, put on your black turtleneck, and grab your surveillance equipment. It's time to set your radio's dial to intrigue for a very special episode of Crime City, brought to you by Maxwell House Instant Coffee, the Tea Council, and Cool Cigarettes. In tonight's episode, we leave the rank metropolis of Crime City, that home to the fiends, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells of the world, where honest citizens fear to walk the streets after dark, and take you backwards in time, back to the closing days of World War II, where a brash young officer,
Private First Class Lilian Steele, reporting for duty,
and their international squadron of freedom fighters are doing their darndest to end the Second World War via a series of covert operations deep behind enemy lines. This squad of do-gooders are the best the world has to offer, and they've got just two things on their minds: world peace and popping that goon Adolf Hitler square in the beak. What nefarious foes will our heroes face in their quest to end the war? Find out in tonight's breathtaking installment, If at First You Don't Succeed, Spy, Spy Again. We join our intrepid hero deep undercover and in the deep of the night. Lilian Steele, pride of the Allied forces, racing to meet a squadron just outside the perimeter of a Nazi estate in the lonely German countryside, under the careful guidance of Peggy Sparks, ace radio operator extraordinaire.
Darn it, Peggy. It's as black as pitch out here. I can barely see 5 feet in front of my face. How am I supposed to get the drop on the Krauts if I can't see them?
Quit your hollering, for one thing. Lilian, geez, I can hear you just fine through your earpiece. You want to raid the entire Third Reich?
I'll bring them on. That's what I say.
Say it a shade quieter, all right? Now slow down. According to my map, you'll be hitting a stand of trees in about 15 yards. Wait there to rendezvous with Private Goyer.
Giselle is on this mission? Here I thought she was too busy making kissy faces with Red Marushka.
I wish you wouldn't call her Red Marushka. So Giselle's girlfriend is Russian. So what?
You just wait and see, Peggy, darling. Once we oust the Krauts, the Ruskies are going to sweep the field. Mark my words.
No need to make the personal political, Lil. Don't get so upset.
I said nothing. If we don't keep an eye on those Russians, pretty soon we'll all be seeing red.
Oh, boy.
What? Find a cleverer member of this fighting army and I'll shake their hand.
How many times have I got to tell you to keep your voice down? You'll get your full head blown off, and I happen to like it just where it is.
Sorry, Peggy, darling. These radio earpieces are amazing. However did you cook them up?
Easy as pie, Lil. People don't seem to realize just how much technology we have available to us here in the 1940s.
Hold that thought, Peggy. I think there's a patrol up ahead.
That's impossible, unless they varied their recirculation patterns. According to my charts, they're not due for another sweep of your quadrant for at least 25 minutes.
I'm telling you, I see two shapes in the dark up ahead. I'm moving in to investigate.
No, you don't. Wait for backup.
I've got all the backup I need right here.
What are you doing? Are you holding up your fist? I can't see you.
Yes, I'm holding my fists up.
Because we're talking on the radio.
Yes, I know. I'm going in.
All right, fine. Since I can't stop you, give him one for me.
I sure will. Hey, Horst! Gunter! This comes courtesy of Miss Peggy Sparks, resident of the good old US of A. Ha! 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 That should do it.
Bordeaux.
Oh, hello, Giselle.
Franck Sauvignon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Private Gaulier. Happy now? Not sure how you let those two slip by. I had to give him the old 1-2.
Marteau.
Says you. Did you get the intel?
Bien sûr.
All right. I didn't ask for your whole life story.
Russe.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I honestly wasn't. But are you sure we can trust this intel?
Quoi?
I know you've got feelings for her, but Marushka is a Russian after all.
Colisée.
Yeah, you say that now. But once we oust the Germans, the Russians are going to sweep the field. Just you wait and see.
She said the same thing to me, Giselle. Just ignore her.
You'll see. One mustache is as bad as the next.
Disposition.
Northeast corner, 3rd floor, in the safe behind the Autodix painting, combination 42916. Got it. Combat Marushka, personal guarantee.
Gauche.
Bite your tongue. I've got a higher mission success rate than any soldier in this army. And I've done it without the help of any members of the Red Brigade, thank you very much.
Équipe.
What do you mean, where's the squad? The rest of the squad is meeting us here? Peggy, honestly, did you call them in? Gaulier and I can easily handle this mission alone.
Take it easy, Lilian. It wasn't my idea. This comes straight from the sergeant.
Oh, well, if it comes from the Sarge, we'd better snap to it then, hadn't we?
Lilian?
No. I mean, if Sarge says jump, we better ask how high, isn't that right? Come on. We gotta have this mission over and done with by now and been home in time to catch the latest episode of Dr. Lady Pilot.
Lay off, Lil. Sergeant Iron's a hero. She's got medals coming out of her ears.
A hero. Ingrid Iron, a hero, please.
Ah.
If Sergeant Iron is so decorated, why hasn't she been promoted to Staff Sergeant Iron, or Lieutenant Iron, or Captain Iron? Could she get this mission done any quicker than yours truly? Psh, I think not. I should be sergeant of this unit.
Mon Dieu.
No, really? Who's taken point on 90% of this outfit's field missions? Lilian Steele. Whose expertise in hand-to-hand has taken down countless Nazi operations? Lilian Steele. Who's up for a record 17 medals of commendation upon her return home and is featured in not 1, not 2, but 5 recruitment posters? Lilian Steele. What's Iron ever done? Sure, Iron may appear hard, but once you smelt out all the flaws in the heat of battle, you know what you're left with? Steel.
10 hut squat?
Oh, Lord.
Merde.
Well, PFC Steel, perhaps you regard such qualities as discipline, prudence in battle, concern for your squad mates, and level-headedness in the face of extreme danger to be flaws. But keep up that kind of lip and we'll see how steel holds up against lead.
Yes, Mom. Sorry, Mom.
Never apologize for something you know you shouldn't have done in the first place. Next time, keep your head. Gaulier,
Sergeant, les deux.
2 guards. Where are they? They weren't meant to sweep this quadrant for another 20 minutes. Sparks, report.
Sorry, Mom. They must have varied their timetable.
No need to worry about Horst and Gunter, Mom. I gave them the old red, white, and blue combination.
Sparks, why didn't you stop PFC Steel from dispatching these guards?
Well, I did say that she shouldn't.
Look, it's not Peggy's fault, Mom. The situation changed, and I adapted the plan. No need to worry. They didn't get a chance to yell out or signal or anything.
Oh, really? You adapted the plan?
Yes. No harm, no foul, right?
Why do you think we spent weeks recording the movements of the guards' rotations? Think closely on that word, Steel. Rotation.
Well...
Gaulier, do you know?
Autour.
Exactement. Take note, Private Steele. We call it a rotation because they move in a circular pathway, rotating around the perimeter. And what do they do when they return to where they began?
They report back.
And what will happen when this patrol doesn't return?
They'll sound the alarm.
So, instead of dispatching a lookout, you've in fact sped up the mission timetable so that we have only 15 minutes left on the grounds of this estate before those 2 are due back to report in. Is that right?
Yeah.
Thus putting the entire squadron in danger just so you could swat a few Brandenburg flies. Is that right?
In all fairness, Mom, I didn't even know that the rest of the squad was coming. I could have handled this mission on my own.
Yours is not to question why, Steele. Many hands make light work. And since we now have only 15 minutes in which to accomplish said work, let's assemble the troops. Squad, fall in and sound off.
Private First Class Lilian Steele, Point Field Agent.
Privé Giselle Gaulier, intelligence.
Private Peggy Sparks, radio ops.
Private Ruby Pearl, undercover ops.
Private property, artillery.
Sergeant Ingrid Iron, command. Squad, I need a moment to deal with our enhanced timeline, thanks to PFC Steele's exuberance. Be prepared to move out double quick.
Hello, Ruby, darling. I didn't know you were out in the field again. I thought you were deep undercover with the German brass.
I got tired of being the honeypot, Lil. I know it was valuable, but it's exhausting work infiltrating the German ranks, and well, I'm just sick of pretending to like those stinking crowds day in and day out. Besides, I miss Jack. I can't wait for this awful war to be over so I can be with him again.
You're still with that Jack Ruby, after all these years.
Sure am. He sends me the sweetest letters, tells me all about the nightclub he owns. I'm going to sing there after the war. I really do think he wants to marry me.
That's wonderful, darling, but if you marry Jack Ruby, won't your name be Ruby Ruby?
Will it ever?
I do wish you the best, dear. Private property.
Lilian.
Loquacious as always, aren't you? How's life in the armory?
Good.
I think you mean fine, grammatically speaking.
You angling for an M2 50 cal Browning where the sun don't shine steel?
Let's not be crass, private property.
No more questions.
My sentiments exactly. Now, huddle up, squad. We've got a poor hand, but we've got to play the cards we've been dealt. Private Pearl.
Mom.
Your German is top-notch, so we need you to throw on a guard's uniform and try to buy us some time by reporting back to their command.
They'll see right through my disguise in 2 seconds.
You're our top undercover agent.
Well, not like this. A honeypot throws on a dress and a set of heels and charms her way in. I'm trained in etiquette and seduction. I don't know how to be a soldier. My God, I'm wearing lipstick.
Keep your head, soldier. Gaulier will go with you and watch your back. We'll meet again.
Yes, Mom. We'll meet again.
Private property?
Mom?
Skirt the perimeter of the estate and place explosives. We'll blow the whole place once we get what we've come for.
Yes.
Steele.
Mom.
You're with me. We'll infiltrate the compound, grab the intel, and vamoose before property blows the property. Private Sparks will coordinate the team's movements over the radio.
Yes, Mom.
What's the intel?
A code book. That estate is owned by Field Marshal Fritz Frauenfiend, a mid-level Nazi commander. In his private office, he has a cipher that will allow us to crack the Nazis' coded radio transmissions and intercept their troop movements. We're looking for a small black book. Squad, we're in danger. But what do we do when we're in danger?
Les amis.
That's it exactly, Gaulier. We rely on our friends. Don't be scared, Ruby. Giselle will be watching over you.
Okay. Thanks, Sergeant. Giselle, we can pull this off.
Look, we don't really need that book, do we?
What are you talking about, Steele? Of course we do. This may be the break we need to win the war.
I'm just saying that with all the work Alan Turing and the girls at Bletchley Park are doing, one little code book hardly seems necessary.
Steele, you're trying my patience.
Won't capturing the code book just force the Nazis to come up with an even more dastardly and enigmatic code? And this mission puts the entire squad in more danger than it's worth.
Can it, Steele? No one looks out for my safety but me, and I got 50 dynamite charges ready to roll out. Sarge, are we doing this or what?
Hold on, private property. Steele's up to something.
Mon Dieu.
My thoughts exactly, Gaulier. Spill, Steele. Let's have it.
Well, you see, there's a possibility that I might already have stolen the notebook.
What?
Oh, Lilian was doing some advanced scouting, and I saw an opening in their defenses. I took the advantage. It wasn't hard. Field Marshal Frauenfiend left the code book sitting right on his desk. I left it back at command. Only rustled a few bushes, zero trace.
Verdun.
I didn't know the code book was the entirety of the mission. I thought it would be a nice little bonus after we came back for the real mission.
Well, if the code book's already been stolen, why haven't they sounded the alarm?
I left a decoy in its place.
What decoy?
Ruby's diary.
What hell is
Sorry,
wrong with you?
no.
Try to steal!
Lilian, you stole my diary? That had all my letters from Jack in it. All my letters. It was private.
I'm a
did you think the mission was for, if not the code book?
I saw some sweet nosy swag while I was creeping around. Thought we'd bankrupt the poor suckers. You girls could help me drag the booty back to command.
I can't believe how petty you are, Steele. We are not your hired hands. Squad, fall out. Reconvene at HQ at 0500 tomorrow. We'll meet again.
Jeez, what's her problem anyway? We got the code book, didn't we? Well, I did. You girls barely helped at all.
You've got to be kidding me, Lilian. You knew my diary was private. I spend most of my time pretending to be someone I'm not. My diary is the one place I can really be myself, and you stole it without a second thought. You're terrible. Just terrible. Squad, we'll meet again.
Ruby, wait. Giselle, where are you going?
Plus, nous reverrons.
Oh, sure, go rendezvous with Marushka, your little commie sweetheart.
Lilian, stop.
When we oust the Germans, the Russians are going to sweep the field, mark my words.
Lilian, I swear to everything explosive I should sock you right now. Marushka risks her life every day to get us good intel, and she's Giselle's girlfriend. You don't talk about people's girlfriends like that. I'm gonna go blow up the estate.
Is that really necessary?
If I don't use up all my ordnance on the mission, the armory doesn't issue me any more next time. Use your head, Steele. We'll meet again.
Can you believe them, Peggy? Mission accomplished, and all they can do is whine about it.
Look, Lil, we're friends, aren't we?
Certainly we are, Peggy, darling.
Then act like it for once in your foolish life.
Peggy!
You can't keep doing this. Friends don't put each other in harm's way. Friends work together. Friends trust each other.
You don't trust me?
No, Lil. I may know you up and down, but I don't trust you as far as I could throw you. We're out for the mission, not for the glory. The only thing I can trust is you are always going to be the same old reckless Lilian Steele. We're at war. It's bigger than any one of us. We have to be selfless. I gotta go. We'll meet again. Over and out.
Peggy? Peggy, are you there? Is anyone there?
The hell are you standing around for, Steele? Come on! Back to HQ, you dolt.
We'll be right back after these real, unedited messages from the 1940s. Don't touch that dial, junior detectives.
Say, who gets to make the coffee in your house? Well, you know, more often than not, when it's coffee time in this household, I get to make it. Of course, the fact that my wife lets me make it tells you how amazing Maxwell House instant coffee must be. And believe me, this really is amazing. It's a completely different kind of coffee. Here, take a look for yourself under this magnifying glass. Now, you can see it's not a powder, it's not a grind either, but millions of tiny hollow flavor buds of real coffee formed this way to capture and preserve that famous Maxwell House flavor. Now, these Maxwell Miracle flavor buds burst instantly the moment you pour in hot water, flooding the pot with that wonderful, good-to-the-last drop flavor. I want to tell you that this is real coffee. As more, with this large jar, you save money. You know, up to 75 cents compared to 3 pounds of ground coffee means that instant Maxwell House coffee costs you less per cup. So this is Ray Henderson reminding you, no matter what makes the coffee in your house, the secret of coffee that's good to the very last drop is right in this jar with the stars on top. Instant Maxwell House, the amazing coffee discovery.
This is tea. Filling a cup. Not with indigestion. Not with nerves. Not with sleepless nights. This is tea. This is calm stomachs, quiet nerves, deep sleep. This is tea. Steaming, hot, hearty, delicious, invigorating. The lift that leaves you with a nice warm glow. So good for you. Make it hefty, hot, and hearty. Take tea and see. Brought to you by the Tea Council. Welcome back, junior detectives. We take you now inside the Nazi HQ, moments before private property blows the estate and all inside it sky high. Meet Field Marshal Fritz Fraunfiend.
Guten Tag.
A devious Nazi, as unscrupulous as he is incompetent.
Hey, I'm not so bad. My dog is a rescue.
Quiet, Nazi scum. Only the good guys are allowed to break the fourth wall.
Sorry.
Anyway, inside the offices of Fritz Fraunfiend, a startling discovery is about to be made.
Schultz! Schultz! Where are you, you nincompoop? We have much to prepare for tomorrow. Schultz! Why is it so cold in here? Who left this window open? Schultz, you know I get chilly. Wait. What is this? This is not mein code book. I would never dog-ear the pages like this. Schultz! This had better be a joke.
What is it, mein Herr? The other guards are just about to start a game of pinochle.
To blazes with your pinochle. The window was left open. Someone was here.
How is that possible? Our defenses are impenetrable. We even varied our guards' rotation schedules when you heard the rustling in the bushes earlier.
I knew it. Do you know what they call cattle thieves in the American Wild West, Schultz? They call them rustlers. Rustling is always a cause for concern.
Are you sure this is not Diner codebook? It looks the same.
Look inside, Dummkopf. I do not write in this handwriting, mit die flowery cursive und die eyes dotted mit little hearts. I am not in love with this Jack Ruby. Someone has stolen my codebook and replaced it with this diary.
Who does it belong to? Look in the front.
Property of Private Ruby Pearl. If found, return to Allied Command. And look, here's an address. Who is this Ruby Pearl? And how dare she infiltrate my estate? I'll bomb her and her entire squadron back to the Stone Age.
What was in that codebook, Herr Fraunfiend? Shall I mobilize our stone troopers?
I wonder.
What's that, Herr Fraunfiend?
The codebook is valuable, but I have to be honest with you, Schultz. The tides of war are turning.
You don't mean...
Yeah. Look at the advance the Allies are making. We've overextended ourselves on the frozen front. I don't know how much difference a single codebook will make. It may be time to enact Operation Chimera.
Do you really think so? It's true the Allies have made significant gains over the past 6 months. But do we really have to turn tail and run? Even Herr Hitler doesn't have an escape strategy.
The captain goes down with the ship, Schultz. But the officers leave to fight another day. Operation Chimera will allow our commanding officer to continue his work where the Allies least suspect it. I have his reception all prepared. He'll be able to lie low for a few years while the war criminal trials die down. A place where his grand design can flourish under the very noses of those Yankee fools. A town so corrupt that the police could be bought with a few harsh words and a handful of nickels. Yes, it is a town with great potential, and its name is Crime City.
Well, let's see. It's kind of on the nose.
What?
Was it called Crime City before it was filled with criminals, or did they decide the town was past hope and rename it? That town sounds weird.
Regardless. We still have time to teach these meddlesome Ruby Pearl and her cadre of do-gooders that no one steals from Field Marshal Fritz Fraunfiend and gets away with it. Schultz, prepare the stormtroopers and radio the airfield. We'll begin with an aerial assault.
Ja, mein Kommandant. Schultz to airfield, Schultz to airfield. Commence immediate action to the following coordinates. 51 degrees, 35 minutes, 29 seconds north. 12 degrees, 68 minutes, 9 seconds east. Total coverage.
Good. Once the bombers have their way, we'll storm the area with ground troops.
Is that really necessary? Surely the planes alone will take care of them.
If I don't use all my ordnance by the end of the fiscal year, the armory won't issue me more next year. Use your head, Schultz.
Colonel!
What?
They're attacking!
Give me that radio. All units, execute Operation Chimera. Do it now.
This might be the end, Field Marshal Framfiend, and I want you to know your fly has been down this entire time.
An ignominious end to a storied career. Thank you for telling me, Schultz.
Are you going to do it up?
No point.
Do you ever think, Field Marshal, that we would have been friends if we'd met outside the Third Reich?
I suppose it's possible. I've always liked you, Schultz.
Do you suppose we could have been more?
Schultz, are you saying what I think you're saying?
I was always afraid to make a move given the culture we exist in. Doesn't seem to make much difference now.
If only I'd known. Curse you, Adolf Hitler!
Goodness! The handiwork of private property brings about the end of the fiendish field marshal and the burgeoning love affair. War is hell, junior secret agents, no matter what side you're on. But what of our squad of heroes? Before they were blown sky high, the Luftwaffe was mobilized and are heading straight to our heroes' hideout. What will happen next? Stay tuned and find out right after these real, unedited messages from our 1940 sponsors.
Switch from hots to snow fresh cools.
Smoke cools, cools, cools.
As cool and clean as a breath of fresh air.
Smoke cools, cools, cools.
That snow fresh filter cool. Your mouth feels clean. Your throat refreshed. The finest leaf tobacco, mild, refreshing menthol, and the world's most thoroughly tested filter. That's Snow Fresh Filtered Cool. Why don't you switch from hots to the Snow Fresh coolness of cool?
Smoke cool, cool, cool.
As cool and clean as a breath of fresh air. America's most refreshing cigarette. Snow Fresh Filter Cool.
Smoke cool, cool, cool.
Welcome back, junior secret agents. We rejoin our story at Allied Command when Sergeant Iron has gathered the squadron. The Allies have been working furiously to decrypt the stolen Nazi codebook, and with some success. We take in out of Sergeant Iron's briefing of the troops.
Peggy, dear, you have to tell me. Is Ruby still upset?
What do you think, Lil?
Blast it. I was hoping the whole thing would blow over.
Did you really think buying her a new diary would do the trick?
Couldn't hurt. I'll find a way to make it right. I always do.
There are some things even you can't sweet-talk your way out of.
Cut the chatter, squad. Our cryptographers have made leaps and strides with their communication since we got our hands on that code book. They're all mobilizing on something called Operation Chimera. And soon, from what we can glean so far, Operation Chimera aims to smuggle a high-ranking Nazi official out of Germany.
Pinot?
We don't know yet, but we're working on it. All we know so far is that it's somewhere in America.
America? That's preposterous.
Can it steal? It's all there in the book. We'll have the rest translated in a matter of hours.
I don't like the idea of waiting around for a bunch of code breakers. I say we storm the Nazi High Command and take our answers directly from the source. Shouldn't be too hard to wallop a few answers out of those lousy Jerrys.
I never thought I'd say this, but I agree with Lilian. Let's rain some fire on those Huns.
Count me out.
Ruby, not really, right?
It's fine. She's taken a hit. We can get the answers we need without you, Ruby. Sit this one out, huh?
No. I'm sitting them all out from now on. I'm done.
Lissy?
You're going AWOL?
Ruby, we can talk about this later.
No. We'll we'll talk about this now. I'm not going AWOL, Property. I never used any of my leave time since I was in so deep with High Command. I've got 6 months saved up, and my tour of duty is up in 5. I'm going home. I'm going home to be with Jack.
Now, Ruby, 5 months. 5 months is nothing. And you'd always talked about renewing your service once you'd finished your tour.
And maybe I would have if I could still trust my squad mates not to steal my thing.
Now stand down, Private Pearl. I know you're steamed, but we need you for this. All hands on deck. Now fall in.
I'm sorry, Sergeant, but you can't deny me my leave. I'll go over your head if I have to. I'm out. And that's that. We'll meet again.
Ruby, wait!
Stupid.
Don't call me that. How could I have known a dumb old diary was that important to her?
You're way on a line, Steele.
Fall in, squad. That's more than enough of this nonsense.
But Sarge, just let me go after her and make it right. I can make it right. I always do.
Quiet, Lilian. I've heard enough. We needed Ruby, but thanks to you, she's gone.
She'll come back. She said, we'll meet again.
Do you know why we say we'll meet again, PFC SEAL?
No, Mom.
Squad, any guesses? Sparks, why do we say we'll meet again?
Because we probably won't.
Not here, anyway.
And now Ruby's gone, thanks to your recklessness.
Reckless? I was in complete control of the situation.
Mon Dieu.
Save it, Giselle. You can't pin this all on me, Sarge. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't even have the code book.
We'd still have gotten it if you'd stuck to the plan. And Private Pearl would still be among our ranks.
Okay, well, I suppose that's true. But come on. We've got the book. It'll be translated in a few hours, and we'll intercept the Nazi commander before he can flee the country, so I jumped the gun. So what? What's the worst that could happen?
What the Sam hell is that nonsense?
Les avions.
Peggy, get on the radar.
It is planes. Oh, geez, it's a lot of planes.
What's their approach?
From the southeast. They'll be here in a matter of minutes.
Mel, sound the alarm!
God damn it, this is all your fault, Lilian.
How did they find us?
Ruby wrote her address in the front of her diary.
Oh, wait, how did you know that?
I read it.
What?
I'm not the one on trial here. I always put it back.
They're right on top of us.
Property, get to the anti-aircraft guns!
Yes, I am having a drink after this, and I am very excited about that.
Urgence.
Come in, Property. Do you read me?
Steele, we've avoided detection for months at this location, and in one afternoon you've managed to completely cock it up! Who knows how much work you've undone, how many lives you've risked?
Sarge, I'm sorry.
Never apologize for something you know you shouldn't have done in the first place.
Peggy to Property. Do you read me?
Not read yet, damn it. I'm a little busy.
Sarge, what can I do? How can I make this up to you?
You've done enough, Steele. Just keep out of the way. Property! Sit rep!
Jesus, Sarge. There's a lot of flyers out here.
How many?
It's hard to count. They keep breaking formation. Safe to say there's a lot of available parking back at their airfields.
They're right at our front door, Sarge. What do we do?
Property, get out of there. Escape plan, land aside.
We'll meet again.
Oh yeah, go out the back. See if you can pick up Ruby on the way.
Nous nous reverrons.
Sparks, Steele, you're with me. Back to Allied Command. I hope they've translated that code book, or we're starting from scratch.
Sarge, look out!
Oh my gosh, Sarge!
Sarge, are you okay?
Don't help me, Steele. You've done enough.
Don't move, Ingrid. That ceiling beam nearly took your head clean off when it fell. Lilian, help me lift this.
Don't bother, Sparks. I heard my body and that ceiling beam make a rather unsettling series of noises. And I think I'll just lie here for a while.
Oh, Sarge, we have to get you out of here. They'll be sending in stormtroopers any moment now.
I'm out of this fight, Steele. Not that it matters to you.
Don't be that way, Ingrid. Don't get all we'll meet again on me.
That's Sergeant Iron to you.
No, you can't die. I'm sorry. I can't make it right with you if you die, Sarge. I just can't. I get it now. We're stronger as a team. I shouldn't have gone off on my own, not when you were counting on us, all of us. And now Ruby's gone and the squad's in tatters and you're here with this giant stupid beam on you. But I'll track everyone down. Me and Peggy will. And I'll bring all of us back together and we'll stop those wretched Nazis from ever making it to America.
Lilian, she's gone.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, and the blue skies chase the gray skies far away. So won't you please say hello to the folks that I know, tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
And so, Victor, Brad, that's the story. Peggy cobbled together a distress signal out of the shattered radio, and we were pulled out after the attack had died down. As far as I know, Operation Chimera succeeded, and the Nazi official, whoever he was, made it out of Germany. I eventually tracked down the rest of the squadron. Private property was the easiest to find. She'd made her fortune by filming the demolition of a huge stone swastika in Nuremberg and selling the footage to a broadcasting company. You may have seen it on the newsreels. She never made much of a point of laying low, and last I saw her, she was buying the room around in Oslo, toasting to Hitler's death and making some wild conjectures about Eva Braun's underclothes. Giselle and Marushka escaped to Tangiers. We exchanged postcards at Christmas. They have a lovely little daughter named Ingrid. Ruby lives in Chicago, but she won't speak to me. I believe she and Jack are moving to Dallas to finally open that nightclub. And dear Peggy is only ever a phone call away, thankfully. Once the Allied Command translated the code book, I traveled here and joined the Crime City Police Academy, where I met a young cadet named Victor Marshall. I never forgot Sergeant Iron. Never forgot that I never really got to apologize and make things right. I came to realize that the best thing I could do to honor her memory was to track down that Nazi scum and shake his destiny until it split at the seams. The war never really ended for me, but now I have a chance to finish what I started. If this crime minister really is who I think he is, then we've got some work to do, boys. It's crime on a global scale. We just may save the world, but I'll need your help. So, what do we do now?
What indeed, junior detectives? Could the crime minister actually be an escaped Nazi, wreaking havoc in the streets of Crime City, USA? How will Lilian, Victor, and Brad overcome such a sinister foe? The answers to these questions and so much more can only be found in one place. Next month's thrilling installment of Crime City. Better safe than sorry.
Crime City, the podcast, is produced by Andrew Root and Adam Martinetti. Listen to previous episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, and Soundcloud. To help us find new listeners, rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks to the good people of PTBOCanada.com, Electric City Magazine, and Kawartha Now for their kind promotion of Crime City. Special thanks to Ian Osborne, Ryan Kerr, Mike Judson, Kenn Gibb, Gordon Gibb, Brianna Ashby, and Sarah Ty. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Crime City the Series and on Twitter at Crime City Series. Catch episode 4 of Crime City at the Theater on King on Saturday, February 27th at 8 and 9:30 p.m. We'll see you there, Junior Detectives.